am back, I guess. It took me a little bit longer. I had some users actually mentioning that the microphone didn't work actually how it should be. So I really apologize for this, guys. I really had to set up my whole microphone stuff here again. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what happened. I know what happened. What happened is in my last stream I received all on the Line Messenger, which is something similar like Skype, and I didn't answer that, but it seems that the messenger itself boosted my microphone input level on the Windows to 100% up. So that's why it was overpowering like crazy. And I really hope that you guys have a nice, smooth stream now. And that it's working good for you guys. So let me just quickly check the stream. I guess it sounds good now. So we can start working and programming. Alright, I'm gonna post this quick to Reddit. Link, a second. Good. Right, guys, then let's get back into this, and thanks again for all the people in the last stream who told me that the microphone level actually wasn't good, because I don't know this, you guys. I don't hear myself. I dependent on you guys here, so really thank you, I appreciate this. Thank you for helping me, guys. So let's get back. Let's see actually where we stopped. I remember now. So what we did is when we start the server, we had the kernel. We need to log in quick. We still logged in, okay. So we can go on the emergency password and we can change those rules, but only if the correct password is actually given in. So let's quickly do this. I don't want those passwords anymore. So now we can say help me. Guess that's the right password. And it was updated. And if we don't have the right password, then not updated anymore. So this is working great. We just used these sweet model method called update with password, and let's quickly write a test for this. Spec and context update with password. It can call the update method with a password, not with a password, with the emergency password to do. So what we can do here is user emergency update rules. Block withdrawals is true. And now we call the update with password method. And we then expect, because we give him the correct password now, like factory user. So the merchant password is Elton. So we say this is false with emergency password help me. And what we expect now is, of course, that this worked. So we can say expect user emergency rules lock withdrawals to be false. And every time you test something, you also have to check the opposite of this. So let's copy paste it. Can't update with wrong emergency password. We say this is help me, it's a wrong password. And then we expect this still to be true actually. And yeah, let's do it this way actually. Let rules BV user emergency. There we go. And then we can just say, hey, just do it this way. Rules update. This is a little bit easier to read. Saves a little bit code, and just call here also for rules. And then we can also call for the validation here actually. So, and then if we can't do this, we say, hey, rules update, and then we call here rules update. And here we can then expect also the rules to have a validation error. So expect rules errors on emergency password actually to equal, this is always an array, is invalid. I guess, let's have a quick look. Emergency rule RB. So we give him here invalid, and then Rails is translating it to this string. Let's run this quick test. Let rules lock withdrawals to be true, so it's not changed. That's what we expect. So we can run these things with spec. Go spec folder modded security emergency password rule spec, and we specify the line 19. So this is this test now that we are running, and this is failing, of course, because it's just a block method. And this test, what is happening with him? Where you at, buddy? It's green, it's passing. And then this test in 25 I expect to be green as well. I mean, basically the method we run the whole test together. So this is good, and I figured out that we actually have to run this test because when we checked our code coverage, we've seen that the emergency password rule was not 100% tested, but now it is tested. So guys, I really encourage you guys to use these code coverage gem if you are writing Ruby on Rails tests, because I show you this. If we don't have these tests, what happens? So I run this again, and what happened is before the lunch break, I ran this code coverage again, and it showed me that the emergency password rule, that this was just not tested. So that's why we came up with the idea, hey, let's write a test for it. So it's always good to have these get gems and use them. Guys, those tools are really helping you to make sure that you write good code in. If you aim for 100% code coverage with your tests, the big advantage is that you can immediately figure out which code is not used anymore. In case you refactor certain things, maybe you refactor to some degree that other methods are now unused, and then you can figure it out that they are unused, and for that reason you can remove them, so your code is in a higher quality. All right, now that we actually make this work, let's check the controller quickly again. So it's the emergency controller. So this is how we call it, right? We just call it, hey, if this thing is active, and then we update it with the password. There we go. We still need to have something where we can actually set up the password, and this is what I want to do now. Config routes. We have now the emergency rules, right? But I also want to have the emergency password. Source emergency password, and then can go rake routes if you don't know how this route is called, and you can pipe it with a grep and filter the output on pass. This would just show everything that matches on pass. And let's make this a little bit bigger so better formatted. There we go. This is the device stuff, and this is the actual stuff that we need. So the next thing we do is we create an emergency password controller. We go on controllers, internal security, and call this emergency passwords controller. So that is the namespace, internal security, and then it's emergency passwords controller, and we inherit from the internal base controller. And we want to have the method show, and we want to have the method update, and that's basically it. And I can tell you already, every time when you have an update method you need the parent, so we call this update parent. All right, we need to create a template quick. So let's call this in the control in the browser here. Yeah, emergency password, and let's create a template. So this is going into app, views, internal security, and now it's missing emergency passwords. New, show ML, and we say security path. All right, and here we of course make something like if current user, how did we call this? The active security, active emergency. So active emergency. So then here we make it disable your password. And if it's not active, then we say set up, create your emergency password, right? Yes, that was, I forgot how we named this method actually. But it's emergency password active opposite. There we go. Okay, it is active already, so to disable it, all we have to do is actually, we don't want an update method, guys. We want explicitly to remember to put, no, patch is a patch. Activate and patch. That's what we explicitly want to do, yes. So we can create a form, and this, well, we want to deactivate it quick, just a second. So it's deactivate path. And we go into our thing here and say, hey, we make a form for it's the current user, and we say the URL is actually this path. This is F. And if we deactivate it, we need to type in the current password, and that's actually it. So we say F input the emergency password and an F submit. And it's a simple form for. Alright, and now let's say if we click here, we end up in this deactivate method. So we go into the controller, say deactivate. So, and the redirect path then is this. Okay, now we can click here and nothing is going to happen. But we have to quickly check the user and the emergency password. What we can do is to deactivate. So we say if current user valid emergency password. And before we check this, we say if parents of user of emergency password. Okay, so if this is actually the correct password, there we go. Then we can call current user update emergency password nil. Right? And otherwise we do nothing and call an flash error. Disable emergency. And if this happened, we say flash notice. Go and we say emergency password was disabled. Let's try this here quick, guys. So we give him nothing or wrong. And this is flash alert actually. So it can't be done. And now let's use the correct password and say, hey, now it's disabled. All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, yet we need the method activate. And we almost do the same thing here. It's just a little different. At the end we redirect here, and here we say can't set emergency password was successfully activated. So what we want to do here is we call current user update, and I guess this is the create params then. And we make it a private method. And we say def create params. And we say params require user. And we permit the emergency password and emergency password confirmation. However, okay, let's run this quick. Let's run this quick. Let's run this. We make a form quick because I think this is a little bit dangerous, and let's see what happens. So we call this activate, and this is the emergency password, and this is the confirm. Right. Now let's see. My password is 1234567 and this can't work. My password is nil. Okay, this is what I mean. It's empty, and this should actually not be activated. Let's see what happens here. I mean, so our test is we are actually say, hey, if we do it this way, if this is present and this this is ugly controller, guys. This is not what I want. Okay. Then there we go. Guess that's the way to do it. So now when I click this button, it's not happening. I wonder... It can't set it up because we are getting emergency password and the confirmation, and they are both not matching. I make this smaller so you guys can look better. Right, so we get the confirmation and the password and they are not matching, and apparently then it's not set up. I wonder actually, let me test this quick. What happens if we just delete the confirmation at all? So there's no confirmation anymore, and we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, see guys, I expected this. So we actually need to check that the emergency password confirmation is also present. I expected this. I hope you guys can follow. Let me explain you this, because stuff like this is quite common to happen if you make it this way. The user emergency password is coming from the has secure password method from Rails, and we hijack this a little bit and say, hey, we define a method, set the attribute, and we then actually can say that we have validations for the emergency password confirmation. I guess allow blank true is a little bit weird. So we should either call if emergency password. That's if emergency password. I guess that's better. So this would be the check on the model layer, and otherwise we do it this way in the controller layer, but yeah. So let's disable this quick. 8. It's disabled, and now let's try this again. This should not work anymore, so we remove the confirmation at all, say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's 6 times the 1, and this should not work. It's not working because now it is checking that actually there is a confirmation, which is of course fired. So that is pretty good, and yay. Now let's then quickly jump over here. Emergency password. Emergency. Yeah, now we can say my password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and here we do again. And now if we go to the rules, there we go, we can actually decide what happens, but only if we type in the correct password as well. So this is pretty cool. This is working correct. This is working as expected. I personally don't like this controller. But again, let me tell you this, guys, this is just dummy. This is all just dummy. The models are not. The models are the actual models we use, but this whole UI, the interface, is just a theme for 50 bucks. So we can just hack in the controllers. We can write a few feature specs, a few controller tests. So we can move on and see how this will work out when we click here and click here and click there. This is not the final product. We have actually a designer and he's working hard, and it takes 2 to 3, 4, 5, whatever weeks till he's finished. And then we build the real front end with the real UI and a great UX. So yes, emergency password. Let's quickly make the navigation, the site menu is the tools, and click up. We also emergency password. So that we can click both. Guys, so now we can click emergency rules and emergency passwords. That is good. Great, let's quickly run all tests together just to make sure we didn't break anything, guys, you know. That's always good. That's why we have them. It takes 30 seconds and you know you're good on track here. Sometimes you don't run the tests and then, I don't know, 2 days later and 20 commits later you realize, oh, it's broken. And then you can get bisect and try to figure out where actually it broke. So I prefer just spending these 30 seconds. Saves me a lot of time in the future. And quickly check the code coverage again for this whole thing here. Such an entry. Yeah, this is just stuff that goes into the feature tests in the future. So here, classic password. That is okay. Yep. Good. Then let's commit this here quick. That's what we did. Template. We acted these controllers here. We wrote the tests. So we can say get and we say emergency password plus and password. With write tests for a password. Okay, what we guys want to do next now There are so many things you can do. You guys have any suggestions? Let me know actually. You guys can hear me clearly now because 2 hours ago we figured out my microphone was changing to be a weird one. Everything was super loud. I hope you guys can hear me good now and it's clear as well. So, and let's see what we guys missing here. Let's check the routes. Let's check them. We have, oh, we need to update the password itself. The first password. There is, yeah, we can use the device stuff. That is still missing. Let's say missing. I guess the settings, we have the settings. Let's quickly check this. We have the settings. Start a server for this. So yeah, we have to enable the whitelisting, the auto logout, never reset passwords, stuff like this. And we have then security two-factor stuff. We did this yesterday. We have the withdrawal two-factor stuff. We did this yesterday. The IP whitelisting itself is showing, but right now nothing because we don't have data for this, but it's working as well. We have the emergency rules, which we just did. We have the emergency password, which we just did. We have the withdrawal option, which we have. Oh. We have the withdrawal options, so I wonder actually if we change those, should we require a password? You guys think this? If the user wants to change the things, should that require a password? That's an interesting question. And what else we have, guys? We have the orders. We have the ledger actually. The complete history here. Right, we can click through here and can go into the details here and then show me even order. Right, this will be all. This is job from our designer to make this really pretty and really useful looking. And then we have recurring buys. So let's go to recurring buys. And we set up one and we say, hey, I want to buy every week on Tuesday, Friday and Thursdays, or I want to buy yearly, every year, or maybe every month, yeah, something like this. Great. I want to buy actually Bitcoin at 12 o'clock, or something like this, and say for 250 euro, and we start today. So on the 1st, 17th, on the 30th, so the next execution is this month, the 30th. So if you check this, then there you go. This month, the 30th and the 31st. So recurring buys is actually working. So if we hit this date, fully automatic, it's buying for 250 euro. You can pause this and you can continue this as well. So that is working, guys. We have the history. I just showed this actually in the history ledger, right? This. And we got the wallet itself. Let's quickly see what we can do here in the wallet itself. So we got, so it looks bad. Our designers, it's pretty for sure. We have our Bitcoin wallet where we have quite a little bit available right now. We can see our recent orders when we bought Bitcoin. We can we have recent deposits. That's when we sent money actually, We can create withdrawals. We can add a withdrawal address. Let's do this quick. We say, hey, this is my faking address, and this is 1BT something. Okay, go. However, now what you guys don't see is that here in the background, when we create this address, it's unconfirmed. So we need to send out an email for the user, and then he can click on a link to confirm it. Actually, we can probably do this right now. So we say wallet with withdrawal address last confirm. And now that it's confirmed, we can create a withdrawal and say, hey, this address, and I mean to maximum 25, so when we 50 Bitcoin, that isn't working, guys. So say, hey, 25 Bitcoin. The redirect is wrong yet. Okay, I understand. Make a correct redirect, but it is actually creating the withdrawal, and this withdrawal is still unconfirmed. What happened here? There we go. This is the withdrawal. It's still unconfirmed. And we have to confirm this. Let's do this. Unconfirmed false. Let's confirm this quick. We also need to do this by email. So wallet withdrawal last confirmed. There we go. And it is confirmed. And now the withdrawal can still be cancelled during all times. We should make a link here, cancel. Let's do this now, guys. Let's do this now. Yes. I guess let's do this now. This is missing. This is logic that is missing. So we go routes and say wallet withdrawals cancel. I guess. Yeah. So there's a confirm. We can do cancel. And this is also a little get cancel anytime. So wallet withdrawal in go. Is it wallet? Oh, sorry, wallet show that. So here's my withdrawal, and then actually some link to cancel. Give this a class. So this link is then the cancel link, and let's quickly look how it's called. Cancel. So there we go. Internal wallet withdrawal cancel path, and we give him the asset is the asset, and the withdrawal actually is, call this the, what is this, the ID, yeah? The withdrawal ID is our ID is then the withdrawal. There we go. This should give us the right. It does not. Missing quite. There we go. So let's check this link quick. It's going to cancel. Withdrawals 1. That's bad. What's happening? Okay, that looks better. I don't want this with the real ID. I guess wallet withdrawal also has an identifier. I want this with the identifier. So I say withdrawal identifier. Now we get a cryptical, a very cryptical URL. There we go. And let's click it. Nothing happens because the method isn't found. Go in the controller and make it def cancel. And we say if all is current user alt find by identifier, and then it's params of yes wallet withdrawal ID. There we go. Withdrawal ID. Withdrawal cancel. And let's see. This seems to be a little bit weird. I'm supposing let's quickly go in here with the binding try and let's have a look what's happening. I expect this to work out of the box, but you never know. Params, what we have here, we have wallet ID. It's withdrawal ID, not wallet withdrawal ID. Okay. And then of course, there we go. Okay. So now let's quickly run this again. And this is working. However, if we go back to be. So same problem as here. It's redirect to internal wallet path. That's the real. Good. So we are back here and this is cancelled already. You guys can see. Confirmed cancelled. And what world is it confirmed true? Let's create a new withdrawal. I say here, I want to get 10 here. Cancel this and it goes to confirmed false. I wonder what did I So we only show this button if withdrawal can cancel. And we also try to cancel it only if withdrawal can cancel. Okay. Otherwise we end up in exceptions anyways. So we need the wallet withdrawal beacon. Can cancel. And we can only cancel it if which states are required for cancellation. Let's get a quick states. These are all states, so we can say if make this W unconfirmed, confirmed, delayed, include state. So only if one of those three states actually are on, unconfirmed, confirmed, and delayed, only then we can cancel it. Now the buttons shouldn't show anymore. So let's create a new withdrawal and say this. So we can cancel it. If we click on cancel, it's canceled. There we go. That's great. It's working good, guys. Okay, so the cancel, the confirmation, let's quickly make maybe the confirmation email, I guess. So when we create a wallet withdrawal, we need a confirmation code that we can pass so let's create wallet withdrawal. Working on yeah, I guess we always need to have a confirmation code. That makes sense. Always have a confirmation code. Makes sense, guys. Confirmation. Then let's create one quick. How do we create one? Question. You guys can hear me still good? I hope so. Otherwise I can bring this up. Okay. Hey Flipstar, nice to see you again. Great. Thank you. Yeah, I had some microphone issues today. It's like changing and then I had to stop my stream and work on this for like 20 minutes and now it's working good again, hopefully. So let's implement the confirmation code quick. So the idea is that if you click in the email on confirm, you just obviously need the confirmation code. And we create the field in the database and then there we go. Here actually, before we create this, before create, we set the confirmation code. And then we make a private method of that confirmation code, and we say self confirmation code. And now we need random characters. So how long you guys want the code to be? Like 6 digits, 7 digits? Should it be characters or digits? What do you guys think? It's always a good question. Huh? I guess when we make the code something like 55434112, this would be good actually, I guess. So we just make it digits. Okay, so we can do 6 times. I wonder. Does it make sense? Let's see what Kraken does. Let's see. Let's see what other exchanges do. Like BX. Just a second. I go to. I can show you. See what other exchange. They sent us withdrawal confirmations. And they sent us something like this. This is what I get. Okay. So this is, I guess, is that an MD5? Maybe. That's 36 digits or something. So this could be... Yeah, this could be a little bit like... 5. We don't want this. I want actually to say our link should be like /confirm/ and then it's the identifier of these things. So that's something like that. And then we say /confirm, and then there we give in the code. So something like that. Okay. And if you don't give it in the code, then you get a form where you type in the code. That's I think should be what we aim for. Oh, hey, jeez, guys, I just got the email. Thank you guys for following me. It's nice. It's nice to build up a community with people who are interested in it. Just say hello to you guys. Thank you for following. Yeah. So. The withdrawal address also needs a confirmation code, I guess. Because if you create a withdrawal address, we send you an email, you have to click the link to confirm it. So I assume we also need here the withdrawal code. And another thing, the withdrawal can be created with the 2-factor stuff. So we... Okay, just a second. I'm getting confused now. So the logic is we create a withdrawal and we approve it with our withdrawal 2-factor code. If we don't have this set up, then we send the email. Okay, so we need this confirmation code only be generated unless... Ah, here, this is it actually. Okay, so... There we go. If it can auto-confirm, which is something like... Confirm withdrawn email, okay. So if it can't auto-confirm, then we need to send the confirmation email. And if it can auto-confirm, then... So here we need to self-generate confirmation code. So we generate the code and then we send out the... that confirmation code. So we set the confirmation code and then we send it out. So it can be null in the database. Null is true. Confirmation code. Okay. Let me quickly... There's always funny stuff here. No, that's not what we want. We want... Okay, we want actually... Let's go console quick. So, a random number is just this. And this gives me a number between 0 and 9. 0 and 10, that's what we want, sorry. There we go. So we say 6 times something like that. And then we say collect. And we can join this. So now we get easy 6-digit random code. Go. Okay, so if we send out the email, we set the confirmation code, which is just a random 6-digit thing. That's a good thing. Good. Let's quickly rerun the migration, because if you change the database field, you need to recreate your database and load the stuff here. I guess for future speeding up of development, I assume it makes sense if we say the user gets automatically a withdrawal address. So let's the wallet withdrawal addresses. The label is something like... Okay, and then we say address confirm. I guess this should work. So I don't want to always go on the console and then create now a new address. So this is not working. Add errors. There is missing the asset, of course. The asset is Bitcoin. Now this is working. The asset is asset. Sorry. Okay. And then we confirm the address. So if we run this now the user always have the withdrawal address. This is not working. Seed 63. There's a broken end. Okay, now it's actually good. Okay, that looks good. So now from now on we always have a withdrawal address that we can play with. We go here in the server's still running. So let's log in here quick, and if we click here on create withdrawal, there is now always a withdrawal address that we can play with. Okay, set confirmation code is not working. Of course, it's a private method that is not working the way. So let's go here and move this out to here actually. Let's set the confirmation code. Good. And this is our confirmation code actually. So what we want now is that the email gets sent out and the email gives us a code. And this will be the route. So let's try this, the confirmation route. Oops. So this is the one we're actually looking for. Wallet withdrawal confirm. There we go. That's the one. So there needs to be a code inside. We can give this as a get parameter. Code is something like that, 000. Now let's pretend. Let's pretend this is the withdrawal, this is the code. So if we call it with a wrong one, it's a 2 actually, and this is the identifier. So this is the, and it's for the Bitcoin wallet actually, BTC. Right, so this is the full URL that we sent out in the email to the user. Now let's actually call this, and the action confirm does not exist. Well, then let's create this confirm quick. So we go dev confirm. And let's make a quick comment here so we always keep in mind what it is. Now let's find the withdrawal. We already found this withdrawal, and if we do this twice we can call this current withdrawal actually. So this is the current withdrawal. There we go. So instead of, we can call it if current withdrawal can cancel, then we cancel it. There we go. And here we now also can play with current withdrawal. Here we say if current withdrawal confirmation code equals the params of code, then current withdrawal gets confirmed, and otherwise we don't do anything and we just give him a error message. So we say flash alert, can't confirm the withdrawal. And then in this case we say flash notice, withdrawal was confirmed. All right, this makes sense to you guys hopefully. And then we redirect just to this wallet path. Now let's run this, and this will fail guys because the code is actually a 2 at the end. I give it a 3, so this will fail. And this can't confirm the withdrawal. The withdrawal is still not confirmed yet. So now then let's run it with the correct code. So it's going in here, and this is a 2 at the end, and booyah, withdrawal was confirmed. And as you can see now, confirmed true, confirmed at. Yet we still can cancel it any single time, and it's not confirmed anymore, it's cancelled now. Great. This is working beautiful guys. So this is the, say hey, 25 Bitcoin goes to me, come to daddy. It's unconfirmed. We are getting an email, which we don't get, but in the future we get it. This is the code. Good. Now what I want to do is, I mean, it's a bonus. We can do something like if I click these, I can make like a button here, confirm, And then it tells you, yeah, type in the code, please. And then, but we don't do this now. It's a waste of time. This is just bonus for the future. This is working. This is good. And we should do then the same for the withdrawal addresses. So this is working. I'm happy with this. Good. Now let's quickly check what we did here. Can cancel. Okay, let's git add. And we say cancel a wallet withdrawal and confirm the wallet withdrawal with extra code. There we go. Good. And now let's do the same thing here. Actually, if we click on create withdrawal, I want that when we create a withdrawal address, we have the exact same logic. So I say, hey, I don't like this address. I need to create a new address. And I say, this is my BitHump BTC deposit address. And this will be something like this. It's unconfirmed, right? So what we expect now is that when we create this one, that it's also getting a code. So let's do this. We need confirmation code. So we go on create withdrawal addresses and we say, hey, a string confirmation code. This one can't be nil. This has to be there all the time. Sorry, this is going this way, null false. And we can copy pasta this quick. It's pretty much the same. Wallet withdrawal address. There is our model. And we say before create set confirmation code. Now we make a private method, call it, oh, we are private already, def set confirmation code, and this is it. And we actually just say self confirmation code is this. There we go. And that's the field. So now if we run this again, there will be a confirmation code created in the database. Let's actually do this right now. We run the seeds again. We create the database, run the seeds, and start the server, and then let's see what happened. So we have to log in back again. Now we create a withdrawal. We say a new withdrawal address. We say something like that. That's a real address, I guess. And let's see now. Right here, you guys can see this is the confirmation code. There it is. Confirmation code 125077. Now let's do the exact same thing as we just did. When we go for the withdrawal addresses, here's a method gets confirm. And let's quickly go into the controller, withdrawal address controller. And here's a method confirm already that we didn't actually even implement it yet. So let's implement this. Basically, we can do the same here as this. Okay. Basically, from the logic. Withdrawal address controller confirm. So we don't have a current withdrawal, we have a withdrawal address. Current withdrawal address. So first of all, we need to create the def current withdrawal address, and we say at withdrawal address or equal, and then we get current user withdrawal addresses find by, and then we got the identifier, and this is in params. What it's called in the routes, params ID. Withdrawal addresses, params ID, okay. There we go. Withdrawal addresses, good. So now we can play with the current withdrawal addresses. So if this confirmation code is the code that we give, then we call the confirm method and say withdrawal address was confirmed, and otherwise wrong code can't confirm withdrawal address. So even though I'm spelling this wrong, guys, this is just dummy. Again, this is just a dummy front end. We are just doing this so we can continue developing. This is not final, guys. We are waiting for the designer to finish the design, and then we can implement the real front end. The whole front end is just dummy just for you guys. And we redirect back to the internal wallet path. Okay. I wonder, wallet ID withdrawals. Yeah, so we are in BTC withdrawal addresses, then the ID, and then confirm it. So we go back to the wallet path. This looks good to me, guys. Now let's quickly then try to run this. So copy this here quick, and this will be it. We go into the BTC wallet reset, and the ID was actually interesting. Wallet withdrawal address. He doesn't have an identifier yet. Okay, no problem. So it's the ID 3, I guess. Set ID, use ID. No, it's not. Shit. So it has the ID 2. Okay, no problem. So we give him the ID 2 and say confirm. Then it's actually find. And then we give him confirm and say code is, this is a wrong code, this can't work. And let's see what happens if we run this. There we go. He say wrong code can't confirm withdrawal address. Well, then let's run it with the real code. The real code actually is 125.077. Now it should, withdrawal address was confirmed. So now if we create withdrawal, we can say, hey, this is my address. Now we say, give me all Bitcoin. And withdrawal created, we need to confirm it. So let's quickly look. It's this one here and this one. Okay. So we go on. This is my withdrawal. Confirm, and we say code is 18885, and this should be good. Withdrawal was confirmed. Awesome. Good, guys, this is sweet. I like it when it's working. Sweet code, guys. Always good to make good code. I don't know if this is good code. Actually, I would like to have the withdrawal address also having an identifier. So let's quickly do this. Create withdrawal addresses, and we say T identifier, which is our shortcut, and we go withdrawal addresses. Include has identifier. Okay, that's it. That's it. And then we can change it here. Find by identifier. This is the same. Withdrawal address controller. There we go. Find by identifier, and then. Okay, this is maybe that was a little bit quick for you guys, but we have this. I programmed this as identifier plugin. So I just call this, and I just give in a migration the field identifier, and then we can generate these cool looking identifiers. So let's quickly do this again. Run the seeds, and this whole thing should still work. We could write a test for this now, but I don't want to write a test. Rails S and log in. So create a withdrawal, and we create a new address and say up something like that. Create withdrawal address, and now you see the oh, you don't see it, sorry. The withdrawal address actually has an identifier of this. So now when we call the withdrawal address thing here, so this will be the identifier. And then the code was 007266. So now when we run this, this should still work. And withdrawal address was confirmed. Yay! So now we can select it. We can say, give me all 25 Bitcoin. Make me rich. And then we tested this before. So then git def. Okay, what we did, just a recheck. That's the migration. Okay. Git add, git commit, and we say confirm withdrawal addresses based on identifier. Good. Run all tests together. We could write a controller test now, or a feature test that if we call this URL with the correct code, we expect the withdrawal address to actually be confirmed. So yeah, I don't want to waste my time on boring tests now. So what do you guys think? Should we write a test now, or should we not write a test? Good lord, nobody said write a test, so that's pretty good for me. I don't need to write a test now. Thank you guys. Prevent me from writing tests. Prevent me from showing you guys boring stuff. Okay, this is still just controller stuff. Good, what did we do here? Base controller, current is set. Is actually in use, but that's okay. Withdraw, that's known. This is the password. I wonder. Oh yeah, okay, this is known. The order is there unused code. Did we change there something? Okay, this is still also template stuff. That is great. Internal base controller, we just checked. Okay, looks good. Still, it looks like we didn't mess up our code, so I'm happy with that. Okay guys, what we want to do next, any ideas, anything you want to see, any questions on the code? Do you have a specific question? Hey, how did you implement this and this feature? I'm more than happy to show you this, guys. You just have to ask me. So then, hi Mario, thank you for following me. Appreciate that, my friend. Let's see, if you have any questions, just write it in the chat and I'm helping you out. Ah, there he is. Yeah, thank you for the follow, buddy. Hope we will have a lot of fun together in the future. So Mario, do you have any idea what we can do next? We just did this actually. The withdrawal addresses, confirm. Oh yeah, we can also make assigned deposit addresses. I can show how this works actually. Let's quickly go into the seats because we assigned them 3 times already. Oh, and Tame Lama 8, you're also following me. Hello Tame Lama 8, thank you for following me. So here we assign deposit addresses, but let's do this for this. I show you guys for this quick demonstration. Don't assign just 3 addresses, so we have something left. So let's log in. Server login. I show you how this is working. So if we are logged in and we want to deposit money, like you want to send Bitcoin to our exchange, you need an address. Let's pretend this isn't here. So you have to click assign a new address and then you get one. There it is. And click this again. And now you have a 3rd one. And if we assign it one more time, it's not working because we can only have 3 deposit addresses. The choice of Ruby, and you would be nervous without types. We discussed this earlier today actually. I disagree with that a little bit. We are not writing a blockchain or something. We are just doing something like Coinbase. So we are just a cryptocurrency exchange where you just send us your euro or US dollar and you can buy Bitcoin from us or sell it to us. And with Ruby on Rails, we have a framework which is very, very old and very mature. So, and yes, of course, if you want something like int, no, you want something like string deposit address, right? Oh no, it's a varchar, I guess. This is what you want, right? So very strong typing stuff. Int, I don't know, int block height. No, we don't need this actually, because Ruby actually is kind of like type strong. So if we assign something, it has a type and you can't change it. Roughly. I mean, it seems like you know Ruby already, but with Ruby on Rails, we don't have any issues with inconsistent data or with wrong types of data. Just no issue at all. So I don't see where you have where you would be nervous here actually. So let me know, because yeah, it's just a. Of course, if you make a blockchain, it would be C++ most likely, but and not Ruby. But no, for web backends, Ruby is a great idea. In combination with Rails. There are other Ruby frameworks which I don't like so much, but Rails is very good. So yeah, we can assign 3 deposit addresses and then you have a new address. Those are testnet addresses. If you would like to send Bitcoin testnet, I can show you that it's working, but just tell me in the chat if you send it, because I have to start the node first. Yes, let's go back to the routes here. And we have vaults. Let's quickly, let's see what is missing on the vaults. I can create a vault. Let's go here. I go for my vault. I say, I have one already, okay. So I have a vault which has 4 other email addresses who all confirmed. Let's transfer our Bitcoin actually from our wallet into our vault. So I say Bitcoin, I say create withdrawal, and I want to push this into my vault, and I say give me all 20 Bitcoin. And ta-da, this is straight done. Is it? It is. Now I have only 5 Bitcoin left, and if I go into my vault, I do understand what you mean, of course, but it's again, it's interpreter language. It's a web framework, man. It's we don't need to have a compiler, you know. So if we go now into the vaults and say here, we have actually 100 because we just create a transfer. That's it. This is the transfer. We just created with 20 Bitcoin. So let's see how we can create withdrawals. Oh, okay. Let's do this probably. This is very complicated. I guess we make this tomorrow morning probably. This takes a few hours. So this is our vault. And we say withdrawals. A withdrawals new. And we say actually the withdrawal address is something like that. And the amount is 20. Ah, we want to get 100 Bitcoin. We have 100, we want to get 100. What is wrong here? Vault with. Well, good luck. We check these things. Oh shit. Okay, so we want to withdraw 100 Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh, I wonder what is going on here. Here's vault less. Okay, so this is actually then working. We say we save. Okay, so what happens is if you create a withdrawal, we get everybody from this vault, which is this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy notified. And they all get an email. And they have to confirm that they agree with this withdrawal. So this is a really complicated thing, and I don't want to do this now because I'm lazy. We can do this tomorrow morning, I guess. Because it's really, it takes a few hours of deep concentration. Because we need to refactor a little bit because I saw a small bug there right now. And yes, this is another functionality that we have, so you can really be safe. Like if these 4 guys, I mean, you have to have 2 other guys of these 4 to sign it, right? You signed it, you say it's okay. You need 2 more guys to say it's okay. It's 3 or 5. So if he say it's okay and he say it's okay, then the withdrawal actually gets created. So it's a really, it's a sweet security feature. And yeah, it's really good to have something like this. Coinbase does the same. A few other cryptocurrency exchanges do this as well. So that's why we do it. And I guess that's the whole feature list. And we have verifications. Verification is very complicated. Okay, so then yeah, I guess we actually have accept the password. Let's do this quick. Let's do this quick that the user can change his password. Let's do that. We change it actually. Okay. So we are using device. So then let's quickly look device change password because I know that device is providing a small functionality for this. What they say, they give you the password, the confirmation, and the current password. This is of course what we need. Or you make your there we go. So this is what we actually need. We need to make our own controller. We say edit and then update password method. But huh? Yeah, this makes sense, but I don't like this actually what device is doing here because I feel that we need to check for the current password anyways. I don't like this, like if you are logged in you can change the password without typing in the current password. That doesn't make sense. Right? So this is the approach that we are actually going for, and this. So resource password, I guess. Break routes, grab password. User password new, that's not what we need, and we need only show and update. That's all we need, guys. Okay, new user. Where is this coming from? Oh, this is not what we want. Device for users. Okay, no problem. So this is actually our path. So let's go in the side menu and say something like F item, and we make a link. Give it a class. And we call this change password. That's what we think. And then we need to have a controller for this. The controller will be the internal password controller. So internal call it pass. I guess it's passwords. Passwords, yeah. So class internal pass controller, and we inherit of the internal base, and we have a def show, and we have a def up. That's all we need, guys. And now let's call this, and then we get a method missing, and we get an error missing template. Change password is there. Upsala. It's passwords controller. There we go. And now we get a missing template. And let's quickly pass the security. Oh, I wonder. This is in the security namespace, internal security. Oh, we have this already. We have this already. Security password control. So now is that for show. Update. Great. So internal security password path. Okay. So here then we redirect to this path again. Internal security password. Why is this unknown? Internal security passwords controller. How is this supposed to be? Internal security passwords. This seems to be correct to me. Passwords. Internal security passwords. Internal security passwords control. So click on internal security password. There is no typo. No. Oh, passwords. It's passwords. Sorry guys. Sometimes I'm blind. And now we get, of course, the... So we go to security passwords, and now we make a show ammo. To change your password. There it is, and do now is simply create a simple form for preview. Pass in an object, and we say f input current password, and we say then the password and the password confirmation, and we say submit button, and this is failing. It should fail because current password is alright, let's try this. My current password is wrong. My new password is this, and we end up back. So what we have to do is, in this controller, about this method, right? And let's see what device suggests us to do. I see already that this is not as good as expected. So we call this dev password params. Current password. There we go. And what else they do? Render, edit. Yeah, we don't need that. Say current use. I guess. Okay, I know that device has a method. It's called update with password. Device update with password. Let's see this method quick. Data key base authenticatable. That is actually what we're looking for. I guess this is fixed, yeah. Okay, so we can call if user update with password and we say the password params. I wonder actually what happens if they are blank. I really wonder what happens, but user by validating in their password change. That's true. That's what we need. I thought we actually call sign in, like logout sign in, but okay. Let's try this actually. Give this a try, guys. This is the password and the new one is AAA12. A1. See what happens. Was this changed? No, it wasn't. Interesting. Let's see. I want to make it this way. Add user is current user. Okay. And then if this is, then we redirect this there, and else we say render action show. And what I want to do here is I want to do something like is a p, and we say add user errors inspect, and the form is for actually. There we go. And let's run this now quick. Okay, right now there's of course no error. If I click update, what will happen? Current password can't be blank. Well, then we give it a password. And oh, bad. Okay. So password is blank, and we do something like that. Click update user. Is invalid, doesn't match password. Well, now we give it 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is invalid as well, especially if current password is blank. Okay, so exclamation mark and then AAA. Exclamation mark A. Let's go. It's invalid. Why is my password in? My password is chest. That really? I wonder. Should be good. Let's remove this quick here. I'm sick of this city. Password format. We don't need. So our current password, this. Go. Okay, this might have been changed. Oh yeah, it is changed. It is changed. It is actually changed. So we can call rate C. And now actually what we can do is we can log out and see if we can log in with the old password. So this can't work anymore. And it doesn't work. Great. Let's use this new password and we are in. Good. Let's change the spec. No, we don't need. I guess. Let's check the spec. What is my password actually? Back here. Wait. I wonder how we can make this a little bit more friendly. So, of course, this at the but we also want to make sure that actually if params of user And we even gave him a password. There you go. If the password confirmation is present. Excuse me, guys. Sorry for that. Please excuse me. Yeah, okay. What we want to check, guys. I mean, we see quite a few mistakes here. So we just run it this way and say we don't give a password or a confirmation. And wait. I guess what we do is if the user password confirmation is not present, we say add user errors at password confirmation. Okay, and then we say, oh, that's actually it. Okay, good. And then we say the same for the password. Just for the password. If that is blank, it's blank as well. And we say the same for current password. Okay, and now all we can do is actually check for if user. So we can actually and render action show. Quickly look. So if there is any error, we say render action show, and if not, then we actually ask, can we even update it? So this is to check how we make sure that there's everything. And so if else, and that's for if that else, and that's the F update. Yes. Okay. We have some. There we go. And now it's better looking. And this is to stay on. There we go. Let's try this now, guys. I assume this is ready. Now you say can't be blank. All these things can't be blank. So if I type in something like that, can't be blank. Now let's do this again. And working. Great. So then here we can say a flash of notice your password chance successful, and then and a flash error alert password changed. On this, I don't even know my password anymore. I changed it so. Okay, so that's password is invalid, and just so yeah, I don't know my password anymore. We changed it so many times, guys. I think it was 6 times the 1. Let's see this quick. Dang, Tim, pay more attention here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We test this, test, and then test. 1, 2, 3. This is not matching. Let's see. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then test, and now this is changing the password. Is it? Was not changed. Invalid. I mean, I don't know my password anymore, guys. always write down your password. Let's let's seed this here quick. So let's recreate the database with the password that we know. Run the server. And log in. Now let's change this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And fail. So this is not working, not changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's blank. Not working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And only this. Not working. And really tricky what we figured out earlier today if we just remove this. Can we change it now without having a password confirmation? So good question. Should not be working. There we go. Great. So now let's change it into test, and password was changed. Now let's revert it quick. Uppsala, whatever this password is. I guess is no, it's not. Okay, whatever. I mean, we are logged in. We actually just did this, so this is working great. In future, what we need to do is here something to do. Security email password was changed. Okay. Just notify the user, hey, your password was changed. If this wasn't you, click here to immediately lock down your account. Great idea. Okay, so this is working great. See guys, Ruby on Rails. Stuff is safe, stuff is very quick. And let's then commit this. User can change his password. Great, finally we did this as well. All right, guys, I think we call it here a day. It's 3 o'clock. I have to talk with the other team members here. We need to discuss the design with the designer. I need to do some private stuff. I need to go out with the dogs. Later I will go to Muay Thai training and stuff like this. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize again for earlier today with the microphone bullshit. That wasn't so good. My bad. I hope you guys had fun. We have some new followers here. Thank you guys. It's fun with you. Thank you everybody for using the chat and talk to each other, talk with me. And yeah, I see you guys tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. As usual. I think tomorrow morning we make the vault stuff. I mean, we have so much more stuff to do, but maybe the vault, or maybe we create Litecoin and Ethereum addresses. That we could do. Maybe set up a Litecoin node for the testnet. Maybe we find something to do. Thank you guys for watching again, and I see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye bye.